Police, roll down the window, come on.
Knock, knock, knock.
Rebecca, no, this can't be.
A routine traffic stop on a deserted woodland road became the night officer Tommy Grant's entire world collapsed and rebuilt itself in the span of 15 minutes. What he discovered behind that tinted window wasn't just impossible. It was a truth so devastating it would destroy his closest friendship and rewrite everything he thought he knew about the worst night of his life. The woman sitting in that driver's seat had been buried for 5 years. Tommy had stood at her graveside, watched her casket lower into the ground, and raised their daughter alone ever since. But there she was, staring back at him with tears streaming down her face, carrying a secret that would turn his grief into rage and his trust into betrayal. What she told him that night would lead to an arrest that shocked their entire community. The message she delivered wasn't about closure or goodbye. It was about justice for a crime everyone thought was an accident, committed by the one person Tommy would have trusted with his life. Right now, before we go further into this unbelievable night, we need to connect with you. This story is intense, and we're grateful you're here to witness how it unfolds. Take a second and let us know what part of the world are you watching from. Drop your city or country in the comments below. And if this is your first time here, hit that subscribe button and leave a like. Your support means everything to us, and we want to know our community is growing. Now, let's dive into what happened on that cold October night. Tommy Grant had been a police officer for 12 years, and traffic stops were as routine as breathing. But something about this vehicle felt wrong from the moment he spotted it weaving down Highway 47. One headlight was out, one tail light flickered weakly. The car drifted between lanes like the driver was distracted or impaired. Tommy flipped on his lights and followed the vehicle for nearly 2 miles before it finally pulled onto a narrow woodland road. The area was isolated, surrounded by dense trees that blocked out most of the moonlight. His instincts kicked in immediately. Solo stops in remote locations were always risky. He radioed his position to dispatch and approached the vehicle cautiously, his hand hovering near his holster. The car sat completely still, engine running, but the window remained up. Tommy knocked firmly on the glass. No response. He knocked again, louder this time, identifying himself as police. Still nothing. 2 full minutes passed. The driver made no attempt to acknowledge him. Red flags were firing off in Tommy's mind. This wasn't normal hesitation. This was deliberate avoidance. He stepped back and immediately called for backup, his pulse quickening. Something was very wrong here. Then, slowly, the window began to lower. Tommy's flashlight was already raised, ready to illuminate the driver's face. What he saw in that moment made his knees buckle and his breath catch in his throat. The woman behind the wheel had Rebecca's face. His Rebecca. Every feature, every detail exactly as he remembered. But Rebecca had been dead for 5 years. Tommy had identified her body himself. This was impossible. His flashlight slipped from his hand and hit the ground.